As a wedding photographer and filmmaker, I end up buying way too much equipment, from neutral density filters to microphones to flash guns. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 accessories that I bring to a wedding, both as a photographer, but also filmmaker. And I'm going to start right now. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a wedding photographer or wedding filmmaker. One of the most important things to get new clients is to market yourself and to really push yourself out there, especially on social media. And in the age of social media, one of the best ways to do that is to capture behind the scenes content. And to do that, you're going to want one of these. This is the Insta360, and this is the X3, although do bear in mind there is the X4 out there, which is the newer version. Now, I love a 360-degree camera because it takes the worry out of filming. The last thing you want to do is worry about capturing behind the scenes whilst working, because it's just another thing to worry about. Where this, it captures a full 360-degree field of view, then you can crop in and post and choose your focal point and choose what you want to focus on. Because if you used your phone or if you use maybe a GoPro, for example, you've got a field of view and you have to worry about, is it pointing towards the couple? Have I been able to capture this? But you don't have to worry with this because it films absolutely everything. Then you can go ahead and crop in and post when you've got time. So if you want to capture more behind the scenes and really push yourself out there on social media, the Insta360 is one of my favorite wedding accessories. Now, my next accessory has saved my bacon both as a photographer and filmmaker on multiple occasions, and it is a battery. But not only that, it is a VMount battery. Now, you might be thinking, as a photographer, what the hell is a VMount battery? Well, basically, it's a battery that allows you to basically use your camera at the same time while filmmaking. And they're incredibly helpful as a filmmaker. Ever since I brought my Canon C70, I've actually used a lot of these for basically all-day battery life. But what's really nice about this particular one, this is the newer VMount battery, is it's got USB-C and USB-A out. And with a capacity of 99 watt-hours, this offers sufficient power to charge my Canon R5 around 8 times, or my iPhone 14 Pro around 4 times. Plus, it offers 65 watts of fast charging, which means it can charge your equipment really quickly. It's an incredibly helpful tool to have. Now, what's really nice about owning a V-mount, especially if you're a hybrid shooter, is you buy one battery and you can use it for both occasions. Again, I'm a filmmaker, but also photographer. So when I'm filmmaking, this is great. Sits on my shoulder rig or on my easy rig really nicely and allows me to use my Canon C70 all day. But not only that, when I'm photographing, it also lets me charge my cameras because of that USB-C out. So if you're someone that's always running out of battery, or you just want an extra backup battery just in case, then buying a V-mount battery as a wedding photographer and filmmaker is a great investment. And my last accessory is all about backups. Now, I'm sure as a wedding photographer or filmmaker, I don't need to tell you how important having a backup of your wedding day is. There's multiple ways photographers and filmmakers can do it. Shooting redundant is a great way, allowing your camera to basically shoot to 2 cards at the same time, making sure you've got a backup as you're recording. But not only that, you might want to have a backup just in case one of your cards actually corrupts while taking it home. One of the ways that I make sure that doesn't happen to me is I actually make sure everything is backed up to an external hard drive before I leave the wedding. Now, depending on the speed of your hard drive, this could take from half an hour to 2 hours. And the last thing you want to do is spend 2 hours at the end of your wedding just simply transferring. So instead of using an old hard drive, you want to buy something like this. This is an SSD. Now, this is the fastest one that I could find. This is the SanDisk Professional. It's a 2 terabyte one, so it more than covers a wedding. And it is by far the fastest SSD I have genuinely ever used. It can transfer from a 64 gig card in around about a minute, which means I'm only spending about 5 to 10 minutes transferring at the end of the day, which just gives me that reassurance, but also really speeds up that time of the day. Because the last thing you want to do is spend another 2 hours at the end of the day just sitting there on your computer. So if that's someone like you and you like having backups and you're like someone like me, then buying an SSD like this is not just a time saver, but it also could save your footage. And there we go. There are my top 3 accessories that can really help out. Doesn't matter if you're a photographer or filmmaker. And as a hybrid shooter, it's great to buy almost hybrid accessories that are great both for photography and video. Making sure you're capturing lots of behind the scenes for your social media, making sure all of your batteries are charged, doesn't matter if you're a photographer or filmmaker, plus making sure all of your photos and videos are saved and backed up on a wedding day. And of course, if you can think of anything else, from a hybrid shooter point that is great both photography and video, make sure to write it down in the comments below. I've been James for Photo Fever, and I'll catch you guys next time.